Igor, disappointing night. You've just had time with your team. What conversation was had and what information were you able to give them after tonight's performance?
No, it was 2 games. After red cards, it was second game. So it was a different game. Then second half, we tried. I saw interesting things second half. We wanted it too, but we didn't make. Very disappointed, like fans. Moment, we know everyone. Which moment is? We need to stay quiet, keep working, believe. After this game, I believe even more than before. Maybe it sounds strange, but is it? I saw something in the team. I saw that there's something even now in the dressing room after the game. So when we be complete, when they could now and choose the right guys, it will be good, I believe.
You say you saw something different. It's given you more belief. You sent the team out early at half-time. What are those signs that you have seen that give you more optimism that the situation can improve?
No, because I saw something, some good energy, some wish to do, some passion. You know, the fight. So it was there. Unfortunately, you know, this red card changed the game, but there are still 9 games to play. Still 9 games. The players will come. Now Romero is coming with us. Dancer was good today. Porro is totally different. So we wait to dodge it. Maybe other players will come. So when we complete, I think it will be good. It will be good.
On the red card, Van der Ven's been so consistent and good for this team. Do you think that's anything to do with the pressure from outside, the pressure of this game that causes him to make that decision?
We need to stop to speak about pressure. This is not the topic to speak about.
Do you not feel as if there is pressure now, 1 point above relegation? It's not. I knew you knew this job was going to be difficult, but does that not come with pressure?
Not speak anymore about pressure.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's talk about this one tonight, because for the first half an hour, not too much happened. And then from 30 minutes onwards, it all kicked off. And it started with an Ismail Assar goal that was disallowed.
Disallowed, you know. Listen, I know Tottenham fans got away, but it's the first time I've seen a goal disallowed for a nose being offside.
Literally his nose.
It was literally his nose. And, yeah, I mean, you look at that and you're thinking to yourself, it's going to be our night. Here it is, look, nosegate.
I shouldn't believe that.
Reed Crouchy was saying.
Certain players in our day that wouldn't have scored half the goals they've scored.
There's a few chalk
players are going to be getting nose jobs.
Yeah.
But literally, that's happened. But I tell you what,
Buglegate.
We spoke about the crowd in here tonight. When you get a moment like that, the crowds were behind them.
Jürgen, come in.
I'm going to pause this conversation. Jürgen Schell-Larsen, hello, how are you? Come join us, join us. Well done. Great result. Yep, stay where you are. You can stand next to me. Oh, no. Never mind, that's fine.
Good to see.
Yeah, there we go. Look, well done out there. How was that for Palace tonight? Did you always feel in control of that game?
Yeah, I felt like first half we were the better side, and then they scored a little bit. I felt like out of nowhere, but we obviously got a little bit lucky with the red card. I haven't seen it back, but it from that moment it felt like we were going to win the game, and we had an amazing end to the first half, and great to get a goal as well.
How important was it at a club like this, where in a bit of trouble, to silence the crowd? The first goal, did you feel that on the pitch?
Yeah, I can imagine for them playing here now, it's really tough. Obviously, I know all about that from playing at Wolves this season. It's been very tough, but at the same time, coming here as a visitor, I think that we're going to try to use that as a positive thing for us, and then play a little bit, get the crowd a little bit against us as well. And I think we did that well the first 30 minutes, and I felt like we got the game into our hands.
You look like you're enjoying your football as well. There's a crowd that they're having a good night, the boys, aren't they? Right. You look like you're enjoying your football.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel really happy here. The way we play, intensity, and the players around me are absolutely great players.
Just touching on the players around you as a striker, you always try and build relationships with people that supply you, right? Because you want goals. Adam Wharton, how good is he to play with?
What a player. I think as an attacker, when he's on the ball, he's just make a run and he'll find you. I think those 2 passes looks really easy today, but they're not. So I feel like
here's the goal.
Here's your goal.
Yeah, Evan does really well to win the ball, but those touches and that little.
You see you're off straight away. You know he can.
Yeah, I know when he gets the ball, I'm on my way. So it's just about timing it, all about that. And then I saw the goalie come out a little bit, so I tried to nick it under his legs. And
yeah, you had a look there, didn't you?
Yeah.
I have to say, mate, your all-round game today, your hold-up play, I thought your runs were very good. Obviously, great to get the goal as well. You must be really enjoying it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel the way we play is suiting me really well, and I can be myself again. The hold-up play, I've been missing that a little bit this season, so I feel like the players around me make me look really good as well, and I can make them look good. So that's really good.
Good amount of points for Palace now. There's no danger of looking behind. It's all up. Also, a really positive European campaign that you're still very much in the mix for. So a lot to play for.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to the next months. But now we get fully deserved weekend off. And
there we go. That's what he's looking forward to.
That's why he's smiling.
Gonna enjoy that. So it's actually been really tough these past weeks. Coming to a new club, 6 games in 3 weeks, and it's been quite hard. So I feel like we deserve that now, and great to end it with a win.
No, you certainly do. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Nice to meet you too.
To me,
Nice to meet you, mate.
There we go. I'll take that. But he is, isn't he? He settles into life well at Palace. He seems to be enjoying himself.
Yeah, he looks like you know when it fits. He looks like he's been there for years. Crouch. What you said, like he looks like he loves playing with Wharton and size. Got as a centre forward, he's got a midfielder who can supply him. He's got pace around him, runners off him. It looks like it's said Steve Parish has done another good job, you know, because he's gone and done it early, because there would have been suitors for him after the World Cup, because I expect him to go to the World Cup and do bits as well.
I do when you join a club or you look round a club, certainly, you look at the supply line, and I think for him, you can see he's building relationships. I think he'll get the amount of chances to score goals, and obviously Mateta not moving.
Going to be all night, and then lo and behold, the go at the other end, Dominic Solanke comes up with a goal. Yeah,
it's a great goal. It's a set piece. Archie Gray, I thought was fantastic. I'm got to give him his flowers. He does so well here. This is the kid who was playing centre half. Look at this, that's a good winger would be proud of that. And he finds a pass. Solanke. Lovely little bit of movement, crouching, gets across it.
Yeah, just keeps it alive, Archie Gray. Again, he was Tottenham's best player. He's 19 years old and he's leading this team. Pops up on the right-hand side, keeps it alive. Great bit of wing play, and I think that's actually a really, really good finish from Solanke. I think if he gets the service, he's going to get goals. Just doesn't. Obviously going to be difficult tonight with 10 men. Just didn't get the service after that.
Solanke lumpy as well.
Yeah, he's a big lad. Yeah,
a little bit lumpy.
Yeah. They're all big compared to me back then.
I know, we're like little borrowers when Strand Larsen was stood next to Crouchy as well. But look, the crowd are then onside. The noise that went off in here when that ball hit the back of the net for Solanke was amazing, but then they were their own undoing. Mickey van der Ven, what was he thinking?
It is just anxiety, nervousness here, because there's a mistake, and then he's got to recognise here, Mickey van der Ven.
You know what it's like, Joe? You know when you make a mistake like that, like he's give it away.
Yeah.
When you make a mistake, you don't want them to score from it.
Yeah.
You know, and he's overcompensated. He's got his hand on him. It's a definite foul and a definite red card. And then the game from then on, it's so difficult for them to get back into it.
Yeah, Ismail Assar with a cool, calm penalty. He was the calmest man in here.
He was his beautiful penalty, wasn't it? I love it when they do that little double step run up, and then he just stroked it home. And this is a kid, like 12.5 million they bought him for. You know, I know it's a lot of money but in football it's not. And they found a gem there, and he was as good as anyone on the pitch.
We've seen Jørgen Strand Larsen's goal when he was there, so you don't need to see that again. That was 2-1, sorry. But then another brilliant assist for Adam Wharton here.
I love this. This was the moment of the game for me, because this pass, first of all, into him, receive on the back foot, and the vision to just float it in there, that is superb. If Pirlo does that, the world stop him.
It was beautiful, actually, the way he found space just before that. It was a great pass into him, but the weight on it teases Palhinha and it teases Vicario to come out, and Sarr just gets there in front. It was perfection.
Yeah, perfection.
And a great finish.
For the World Cup?
I would take him, but there's so many good players now. Elliot Anderson's probably a touch ahead of him. And obviously Declan Rice is in there, but you take him with that quality, because that you can transcend that to any place on any world. No, if he's playing against Argentina or Spain and he can deliver that quality, he's always going to be able to deliver it. And it was just a beautiful pass.
Yeah, wonderful to watch. Right, let's hear the post-match thoughts of the Palace boss. Oliver Glasner is speaking with Liam McDevitt.
Well, all the work done there in the first half. How happy are you with your team's performance this evening?
I'm very happy with the first half's performance, especially, and I think even before we conceded the goal, we played well, and I really loved the reaction because it was, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes before we had the disallowed goal. It was a very tight offside decision, and then poor defending after a corner, and we were 1-0 down. But the reaction then was great, and then came back scoring 3 goals before halftime, and controlling the game was really nice to watch. But also, to be honest, we have to be self-critical in the second half. We didn't control the game how we want to control it. So we gave them too many set plays around the box, corners, throw-ins, and we were talking about it at halftime. And I think we lost a little bit of aggression, especially out of possession. We would pass the ball, but we were not sharp enough on second balls because they went long. And so is how they got the game into our defending third, and then always things can happen. But at the end, winning 3-1 with all the circumstances, having a new back three, and Dani Munoz gets injured after 15 minutes, and Nathaniel Klein has to come on. So very pleased with the result and with first half's performance.
Just quickly on Munoz, I know it's early. What does that injury look like?
Yeah, the shoulder. So don't know exactly. He's now in a shoulder. How is it? Brace? Yeah, shoulder brace. We will do further assessments. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Strand Larsen a goal, Ismail Sarr 2, and Wharton with some great assists. That relationship in those forward areas seems to be really clicking since Strand Larsen has come in and been able to play and get his goals.
Yeah, all front three, and as I know, yeah, it's now always the goal scorers or the assists. But for me, in the second goal, Evan Guesson had a huge impact because we're losing the ball, and then it's an amazing counter press from him, winning the ball back, and then Adam gets the ball and has of course the quality with a pass, great run from Jürgen, and scores. So then, but I see always the team's effort, and so all the attacking players were involved in our goals, and yeah, that's how it should be.
Still lots to be excited about, still in a European competition. Did the win tonight enable you to look upwards and the chance of qualifying again for Europe seem more possible?
The last weeks I was always asked about relegation, and now it's about Europe. I know in football it goes quick in both directions, so we focused we focus now on building momentum and getting better, more consistency in our game. So yeah, with integrating the new players, we could see it works better and better. But on the other side, I see a lot of things to improve. But yeah, we're going into the right direction, and we're always competitive in every single game. Even last week or 4 days ago at Old Trafford, with just 8 or 9 terrible minutes against Burnley when we lost the game, but everything else we're now back on track, and we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
Thanks, Oliver. Well done.
Cheers. But I think he summed it up perfectly there. Football changes so quickly. Talking about relegation now, it's all about European football.
Yeah, I think that is a prerequisite of what you've got to be as a manager now. I think you need to be able to just be level-headed, because it's our job. We'll go relegation, European football, we got the luxury of doing that. He just needs to keep his team ticking over. And by the way, they'll fancy the European competition as well. With the players he's got and the firepower, Mateta coming back hopefully into the fold.
Well, if they got Larnaca, but they've already lost to Larnaca actually once.
Yeah, but they won't lose to Larnaca now. That team there is a decent Premier League team. Losing Munoz tonight with the injury, and Lacroix, I don't know when he's back, but this has been built a very, very good Premier League side. And what they've done, Crouchy, winning the FA Cup, there's some of the players on the pitch there are Palace heroes for the rest of their lives. It's a shame that they haven't really pushed on, but still, they're still there. It still can be an epic season for them.
Yeah.
No, listen, no manager wants to come out after a defeat and speak to us, because, listen, whatever the questions are, you're going to say what you think needs to be said. For you, you're not going to answer a straight question with a straight answer, because football managers have never done that. They never will do it, because you're managing expectations. What he said, I agree with what he said there, Crouchy. When he sees signs in the second half where there was a bit of bite and a bit of togetherness, they actually did better with 10 men. And I think what he went back with Liam when they're about pressure is because, that's exactly the bubble he's got to pop within his team. They've got to play without pressure in the pressure situations. You've got to find whatever that thing is that makes your team go out there and makes this whole stadium get behind them. And rather than play like they was at times where they was nervous and anxious and making mistakes that they usually wouldn't make.
Are Spurs the worst team in the Premier League right now?
Well, I think since Christmas in 2026 is proven that is the case. So, yes, is the honest answer. Wolves have picked up a little bit, bottom of the league. There's certain teams around them, West Ham, they're picking up points. Nottingham Forest, Spurs at the moment, form-wise, without doubt, are the worst in the league, and that is, considering where they've been, what they've built. But the problem is here. I look round on the pitch here. Palace are a better side for me. Before the game, with 11 men, there's not many players that I'd take from Tottenham's team and put in Palace's. I genuinely think they're a better side. And that reflects in, and that goes down to recruitment. And it's been poor for a few windows now. They talked about, I think, Ange Postecoglou talked about the players he wanted to bring in and what they did bring in. And that's no slight on Solanke and Archie Gray and the young players that they brought in at that time. They're good players. But the players of the calibre he was talking about has not been brought to the club. And unfortunately, if you have a couple of bad windows, and Spurs have had more than that, I think you end up in a position that you're in now. And I look round the pitch now, and there's a distinct lack of quality, and there's a lack of characters, and that combination is a combination that ultimately can get you relegated.
Do Spurs stick or twist with Igor Tudor?
I mean, it's a tough one because as a person, he's come into an impossible situation. I just think it was a strange appointment at the start because of in an interim, all the things we listed, Premier League experience, knows the club, that can lift the crowd. He hasn't got them, so he just hasn't got them. But he's obviously a proven manager. He's managed Juventus, managed big clubs. But I think looking at the fact that they brought him in, they would have known that might have been a gamble, and then maybe they'll look at it and go, I don't know again. I said at the start, I thought this was absolutely nailed on for something like a Robbie Keane, someone who's gone and proven himself a club legend. With a Glenn Hoddle or Harry Redknapp, someone who's a bit of experience over the top of him.
A bit of experience, yeah. It just feels like, at least with that, the crowd are buzzing. At least what you've done, you've galvanised it. Everyone's behind you, and they're willing you to do well. And even if ultimately it doesn't work, at least the crowd have been lifted, and you feel like you've got that 12th man. You're trying to get out of it.
All right.
Well done today. As far as assists go, that one wasn't bad, was it?
No, it was all right, to be fair. I thought it was maybe a little bit far, but it's probably a good thing that it was Ish on the end of it because he's very quick. So, yeah, great to get it. But 3 points is massive.
He was player of the match tonight, Sar, but Strand Larsen, another really good performance from him. Your front line's really starting to click at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been on a good run of scoring in consecutive games recently. The gaf's been mentioning it. It's we had a sticky patch and goals weren't coming so easy, and now they're starting to sort of come in more frequently, which is great for the attackers. It gives them more confidence, and it's great for the team because if they're scoring, it's helping us.
9 league games left. Every result matters so much more at this part of the season. Still in Europe. Did tonight's result allow you to start looking upwards at the table? And I'm sure European qualification is something you would like to do again.
Yeah, I think obviously the sort of targets are aim as high as possible. The gaf's been saying it all season. The Prem's it's a bit crazy this year, the table. So I think if we just take each game as it comes, if we keep getting the results, then we've got a good chance of climbing the table.
Personally, you're having such a strong season. How much more do you think there is within you? How much more progression can you do? Because it seems like every performance at the minute, you're playing really well.
There's a lot of room for improvement, definitely. I'm the first to critique myself after games, and there's a lot to work on. So it's never going to be perfect. I'm just trying to work every day with the gaffer and the team, and hopefully I can keep improving and helping the team.
Thanks and well done today. Cheers.
Well, he certainly is improving and helping the team, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been outstanding. Since he's gone to the football club, I think he's been immense. And it'll be disappointed with the way Tottenham's goal was, but I thought in midfield he gets his head up, always looks forward. That's the one thing I'd like as a centre forward. It might not always come up, but his first option as a midfielder is to look forward. He's not sideways or backwards, a safety pass, always wants to fire it forward. So he'd like to add more. He had no goals at Palace yet. I'd like to add more goals to his game because then I could think he's got the potential to be the complete midfielder. And he's an outstanding talent.
Talking of looking forward, can they play with a little bit more freedom now on 38 points and look upwards?
Yeah, definitely. I think they can look upwards, and that's what Oliver Glasner said in his last press conference. He wants to try and finish as high as possible and try and win the Europa Conference League. This should give them confidence moving forward. I think they're safe now, so play with freedom, go and enjoy yourself. Just hopefully now Oliver Glasner just concentrates on managing the team, getting the best out of the team, because you know what happens when he says something, I think it disrupts everyone at the football club. So hopefully now concentrate. And this result this evening gives them massive confidence moving forward.
OK, well, confidence and playing with freedom are two things that Tottenham can't do at the moment. Unwanted history tonight. Now 11 games without a win. That's the first time that's happened in the Premier League era for Tottenham Hotspur, because 94 was the last time they went 10 league games without a win. However, they're currently on their longest winless league run now since Terry Neal's team way back in 1975. I mean, just how much of a low ebb is this club at the moment, Les?
It's, massively. You know, when you talk about the home form, 11 games and, not winning a game in 2026, just so hard to believe. And you see Porro coming off there and throwing his toys out the pram. You want to see that on the pitch. And leave it for when you're coming off the pitch. Show it on the pitch.
That's just indicative of where they are at the moment as a group.
Exactly. Yeah, and confidence is low, and when confidence is like that, and like I said, there's an expectation at Spurs, and they're falling well short of it at the moment. And you're looking at them, and you're thinking, where's the next result coming from? Because like I said, you can sometimes not play well, but you can see everyone fighting and going in the right direction. The whole team just looked at 6s and 7s, and even when they scored the goal against a run and play, to be honest with you. Scored the goal and you thought that might settle them down, but it never did. It was just like, it was almost like schoolboy football that I was watching at times.
And Liverpool away next without Mickey van der Ven, and then Nottingham Forest at home. Now, you're talking about sometimes winning teams having belief and momentum every time they step on the pitch. Yeah. Is it the adverse at the moment for Spurs? Just trying to find something from somewhere.
Yeah, it's the absolute opposite. When you're on that slippery slope and you're going downhill, it's almost like you can't stop and you just keep going and you're trying to get off, you're trying to change it. You can see the manager every game now. He's had 3 games and he's changed the lineup every single game just to try and find a solution, just to try and get people into the side that he feels might be able to change something, and at this moment he's not found the right formula.
Is there any point in discussing whether it's right to change the caretaker manager at this point, who's never managed in the Premier League before?
Listen, a lot of people spoke about bringing Harry Redknapp back in, bringing Tim Sherwood back in, someone who knows, the people that know the football club, not only know the football club, but they know the league as well. And they might set up in a different way. This manager's getting to terms with knowing the squad, knowing the league, knowing the the way things are run in this country, and that's tough. That's really, really tough. And like I said, he could have come in and he's got a blank sheet of paper, and you might have gone, right, okay, he might have made a difference. He hasn't. Is there anything to say that someone else coming in now, someone different, will change it in the next 9 games?
Spurs find themselves 3-1 down at half-time and down to 10 men. Guys, it was the first half, fair to say that Palace just man for man were better.
First of all, you have to say Palace were brilliant. Adam Wharton run the show in midfield. Some of the passing was exquisite. This place was really, really quiet early on, and they went a goal up, and then it just all fell apart. It started off, Archie Gray got down on the outside. We show you it now. The clips come through. Set piece. Archie Gray does fantastic here, Crouchy. He little body swerve there. Drives inside. Solanke's taking himself away. Then at times he's run. It's a beautiful finish. And at that point, you thought they're going to calm down now and settle into the game.
Archie Gray does really well. Keeps it alive just with his head there. Then he's battling his back to goal. Does really well. He's playing kind of slightly ahead of Porro. Wasn't sure whether Archie Gray would play in the back and Porro further forward, but it looked like the right decision there with this goal. He did brilliantly, Gray, and Solanke did. It was a great finish.
So Spurs were ahead, and then once again they are their own undoing. Mickey van der Ven's first ever red card of his career.
Anxiety was all through the stadium, Bex. It was, and you see, like, there's no need for him to do this, and he was playing brilliantly, Mickey van der Ven. But the panic, he gave the referee no choice here. Look, that's a bad touch. That's going to go through to the keeper. He doesn't need to do it. But when you're anxious and you feel the world's against you, he had to go, and then that's where it turned. Coolest man in the ground. This is a wonderful penalty, Crouchy.
Beautiful penalty, yeah. Van der Ven, it was a definite penalty, but the way Star steps up, doesn't even look at it like Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
Just sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Absolutely fantastic penalty.
And then it just got even worse.
Turnarounds again, and what a pass. You know, it looks simple, but look, again, giving the ball in, Grasson, great press, turns it round. This here, onto his left foot, and then just stabs it round the corner, and then Strand Larsen just pokes it through. But look at that pass there. I mean, he's made it look easy, but there's wonderful way. Strand Larsen, no decision, just swing your right foot at it, son, and we're 2-1 up.
And then for the Stars' final goal, it just felt like it was pace. Just felt it was like quicker than everybody else.
This was a beautiful goal. This pass from Adam Wharton, I know, down to 10 men, Wharton's going to get more and more space there. He actually does really, really well. It's a nice ball into him, actually, but the weight of pass gives... Palhinha thinks he's got a chance, it just takes it away from him. It was beyond Palhinha and just not close enough to the goalkeeper. He just gets a little toe on it. Good finish.
The whole performance from Spurs is tepid, and it just looks like there's no bite, there's no anger, there's nothing in, you know, and the crowd is feeling that. You know, the crowd looked like they was giving up because the players weren't giving them nothing to hold on to. It's going to be a long second half for Igor Tudor's men.
That's the disappointing thing there. I've played in games here at White Lane, the old White Lane, where you're booed off at half time, you're drawing the game, you're not even playing that badly. It's just desperation now. It's like they've seen it before. It's almost like they've given up, which is worse.
Spurs trailing Crystal Palace then, 3-1 at half-time, and of course they're down to 10 men, and as it stands, no change at the bottom. They would still be just 1 point above the drop zone. What a lot to look back on in the last 20 minutes of that first half. Let's take it right back to Ismail Sarr, where he thought he'd scored, or did he? I mean, it was pretty close. It took a long time to come to the decision here.
No, it did. Sure, Larsen does ever so well. I guess it plays it to Sarr, and we were thinking... Obviously, Pedro Porro put his hand up, so he fought straight away. And then he tries to make the recovery tackle, and you can see, eventually, when it does come to it, he's offside. He is, and it's a nose offside as well. It's crazy. A nose, you know. It used to be in favour of centre forwards when me and Celez would play, but now I'd be disappointed. But I understand the rules are the rules, and he is offside. Yeah,
and Tottenham Hotspur were delighted about that. You could feel the relief around the stadium. And they were even happier a couple of minutes later when we thought this was a big turning point at the time.
Certainly did. I mean, the ball goes in here from Tell, and Archie Gray does great at the back here. You'd probably criticise Crystal Palace's defending, but Archie Gray does brilliant, gets a turn in, finds Solanke, go 1-0 up, and you think, this might be the turning point for Tottenham. As I said, he heads the ball up in the air, and he chases his, and then... You've got to say this is bad Palace defending, but he does great. Keeps it in. As you can see, it doesn't go over the line. Solanke makes a good run to the near post and scores, and you think, oh, wow, this might be the luck they need, and it just might turn their fortunes. And the one thing we didn't speak about at the start of this was about confidence, because that's a major thing in football, when you're lacking confidence. And then a few seconds later...
Talk us through Mickey van der Ven's mindset here.
We were discussing it inside. He gets the wrong side, Sarr gets the wrong side, and actually the touch he takes, the goalkeeper gets it before he gets there, but he's tugging him back, and it's just a natural reaction. You know, you shouldn't do it. We'll sit here all day long and say you can't do that in the position they're in at the moment, but it's a natural reaction. He's done it, and unfortunately he has to go. It's a red card, and it's a sending off.
It's the first red card of his career, the fourth for Spurs this season. Just a one-game ban, incidentally. And then Ismail Sarr, what about this penalty?
It's a brilliant penalty. I wasn't sure about the little stutter and that, but every player does it, and it's such a confident penalty. Big time for Palace as well. Yeah, it was a big response, and yeah, we highlighted him before the show how good he was, and a confident penalty from a confident player.
Yeah, that's his 12th goal this season. That was 2-1. 1-1. And then, of course, quickly, it was 2-1, and it became the Adam Wharton show in terms of assists.
It did. I don't know why Toe's playing that ball in to Sarr, but once Adam Wharton gets into these positions, It's a great little slide rule pass. You can see here, Tel, you don't need to play it in there.
That's
You're
such a
under
bad
pressure,
pass.
isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
such a bad
pass. But you know what? The timing of the pass from Adam Wharton's outstanding. You know where he wants to play it. Strand Larsen makes that run, and it's a great finish. But one thing Adam Wharton always do, he always gets his head up and wants to look forward. And great little pass, and it's a good finish from Strand Larsen. It's kind of like a toe poke finish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, you
Good
know,
finish.
what he done. The pass from Wharton is so good. It doesn't have to take a touch, just plays it into his path. And then again, a couple of great passes here. Ball into, you see the ball go into. Great ball into Wharton there, he just turns on it, and this is just, if De Bruyne was playing that pass, we'd be creaming about it, we'd be going all day long. This is unbelievable. How he sees Sarr, and it's a great run in between the two defenders. Obviously, Vanderveer's gone off, and so, you know, Paulinho's gone back in there. It's not his natural position. It's not Porro's natural position, and Sarr's taking advantage of that. Great finish.
You know what he does in that moment, Adam Wharton? So when Campbell plays a good ball into him, he checks his shoulders straight away, so he knows what's behind him, and he knows where Sarr is. Gets his head up. The pass is fantastic. Brilliant finish from Sarr, but it's poor goalkeeping from Vicario. Because you see Pedro Porro having a go at his goalie. He should have been off his line straight away. It's a good finish from Sarr, but the pass from Wharton, outstanding.
So 2 goals down, a man down. You heard and saw the crowd's reaction. What on earth does Igor Tudor say and do now?
I mean, we saw a game last night where Newcastle went down to 10 men and they still played on the front foot. They were solid, they were compact, and they got them on a break. Unfortunately, Spurs just seemed to have capitulated. You know, instead of keeping it tight, saying let's clear our lines and get to half time and see what we do. You know, the manager made 2 changes that you thought was going to make it solidify it a little bit more. It hasn't. In fact, it's caused them to be wide open. And unfortunately, I don't know what he does say at half time. It's about your professional pride now. We said it at the beginning. You as a professional, what you're going to go and do. You don't want to get beat 6 or 7 here.